Alright, good morning everyone. What a day so far. What a day so far in this market. Absolute madness. ARAV, 200% runner. CGIX up 160%. It doesn't get much better than this, guys. Waking up, seeing two stocks up over 100%, especially in the lower float side. You guys know I love, trading low float stocks, and, ARAV fits that mold. So does CGIX, and I absolutely killed it on ARAV. Let me show you guys, my entries and exits over on ARAV. Did post everything in Discord chat, and if you guys aren't in Discord chat, what are you guys doing, guys? Velocity trading, one of the best, day trading communities out there. If you guys aren't in our Discord chat, you guys are missing out big time. These plays are being called out early. We had Dano with a quick alert. He was calling it out at 7:20, the news, giving us the heads up. And we were in super early on ARAV. We're not being sheep, guys. We're not buying $25, $26. We're not longing up there. We're longing down here. Buying low, selling high. Great call, Dano calling out ARAV and CGIX. I think it was it Jay Hutch? I believe it was Jay Hutch, calling out CGIX really early. I was actually about to post the news, but he beat me to it. He beat me to it this morning. So people are beating me out to calling these plays out. I love it. I love it. He was calling this out. 250, 260, throwing out the news saying, "Hey guys, 1 million in float CGIX for good catalyst, good news," and we were all over it. Yeah, come to life. I just saw you said you killed it on CGIX. Yeah, guys, Discord links down below in the description, so you guys can go join. There, and it's just great to see everyone helping out each other. We're one big family, one big community here. It's not just me and come to calling out everything. We have a big community now. Now we're having everyone calling out everything. So it's really nice to see everyone getting involved and being active. Fantastic morning so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here at the market open. So here's my entries and exits on ARAV. You guys can see here, buying 1590, selling some at 20, selling some around 22, 23, and then I was taking the rest here at 25, 26. Didn't want to get greedy. I was thinking possibly we filled a gap. We had a gap to fill to like 37, but I just didn't want to get overly greedy on it. I already locked in a good amount, locked in a pretty good amount there on ARAV. Here's profits, chat. So you guys can see here, making $10,000 on ARAV. That's an absolute home run trade for me. Usually these come around, maybe 1, 2, 3 times a month. I'll have a home run trade. Last month SES was my home run trade. SES I made $9,000 on SES. This month, coming later in the month, the home run. ARAV. I've been very consistent this month. You guys can see on the title. 9 green days in a row. So being really consistent with my trading. A lot of base hits, a lot of small winners, but finally, got my big winner of the month on ARAV. So really exciting. Really great stuff here. And let's dive into this pre-market analysis now. Dan Bruce, Discord chat where it's at. Yeah, there's so many eyes, guys. There's a lot going on in the market, so it's good to have everyone helping each other out. So you guys are really missing out if you're not in that Discord chat. So definitely get in there. All right. With that being said, let's dive into this pre-market analysis to see what we got going on. Definitely have a few stocks on watch this morning. So let's get into it. Let me just minimize that. All right. So CGIX here. CGIX. What do we have here? Let's pull up the statistics. Let me check if SSR is on. I'll be honest, guys. I was so focused on ARAV, I completely missed CGIX. Like, I saw the news come out. I saw it hit the scanners. I saw it was a low float, but I was just so focused on my ARAV trade, so I didn't get a piece of it. Obviously you can't catch every single move, especially if you're in a play already. So makes it even tougher. So good job for anyone who did catch CGIX this morning. So SSR is not on. Let's see. ARAV dumping hard. Yeah, ARAV giving back. I'll go over, guys. I'm going to go over why ARAV, why this is not surprising. Not surprising at all why ARAV gave back its gains, and I'll go over that. I'm gonna go over why that gave back its gains. That is not surprising to me. All right, so CGIX here, came out with a good catalyst around 8 a.m. ish. We have news comes out in waves. So news comes out, 7 a.m. It's all Eastern time. 7 a.m. Eastern time, 7:30 Eastern time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. My favorite's like 7:30 news. That's the best. That's where I find we see the best rippers. 8 a.m. is good also. So CGX 8 a.m. news play came on out. Was doing some light volume, and boom, we started getting some bigger bars here. Really nice bar here, 38K for a like a $4 stock at the time. So putting some really good volume. As we were coming on up here, didn't give any pullback. You could see a lot of this. Just the market sentiment. We're in that FOMO market. We're in chase everything market. People are seeing these big moves. People are seeing KRTX run to $100. The following day, like, oh, yeah, I want to get a piece of the next one. I want to get a piece of the next one. Everyone has that mentality. Let's catch the next big ripper. So you get this, really chasey action here. This is, not normal action. Going from 250 to about 630 without any really sort of pullback is pretty abnormal action. So you guys can see a lot of this is chase volume. So a lot of chase volume here on CGIX, but overall the volume is great on it. The volume was really good. Currently we're about 1.6 million in volume, so we pretty much already rotated the float in the pre-market, which is really good. We like trading stocks that are in float rotation. The biggest rips, the biggest run come from stocks that are rotating its float over and over and over again. SCS, go back and look at SCS. That was a 1 million in float stock. I think it did around 40 million in volume on the day, so you can see 40 times it rotated. So CGX on pace start rotating its float over and over again. So this thing could have some crazy range on the day. It already does in the pre-market, but this thing definitely has some big time potential, especially if this volume transitions over into the bell and we start doing some really great volume at open. I think CGX has $10 plus potential today. Especially if the volume continues to carry over and the technical is set up correctly. It definitely has some big time potential this morning on CGIX. So what do we like to do? We like to map out our lines here. So let's all map out. I'm gonna map out this $5 line. $5 natural support line. $1, $10, $5. The biggest support resistance lines. In the small cap market, and then we're gonna map out. The pre-market high at 680. So I'm gonna keep these two lines. We could see. Maybe a wash to 450. Sometimes we do see, pull first support, come down to second. So I'm going to map out, this 450 area. Let's look at the daily chart here. Let's see if this thing has any sort of history of running. Not a name I'm familiar with, CGIX. You can see a lot of light volume days. Have we did any big volume days? Let's see. Not seeing any big volume days. Nothing over 1 million. So it looks like it's on pace to do its highest volume day yet on CGIX. It's never really did any serious volume in the past. Today looks like going to be its highest volume day traded. So we can't really go off any sort of past data because I never really got on any sort of rip or run. So we can't really go off past data. So we got to see how it plays on out today. We'll see how it looks right out of the open. I want to see if volume's in a transition, and sometimes we do see this. Sometimes we do see an active free market. And then at the open it's just a dud. It just everything all that volume's gone and it fades on off. So we'll see what happens at open here, but definitely on the long bias side, just based off this volume and price action so far, you could look for a washout out of the open, maybe to this 450 line, or you could look for the wash, the reclaim and push, and the wash wrap and squeeze pattern. On CGIX. So I'll be saying watch for weak opens, out of the gates, watch this 450 line, see how it reacts around that. Or you could look for, wash wrap and squeeze pattern on CGIX. Alright, so that's kind of the deal with CGIX. We'll be looking for, maybe possible weak opens here. Pullbacks to possibly get long as volume transitions well into the open. Alright, let's go over ARAV. So look at this, ARVV giving back everything here. Giving back everything here on ARAV. And this is not surprising. This is not surprising on ARAV. You guys are probably asking, Nick, why? You made $10,000 on the stock. You're not bullish on it. Well, think about the psychology thing of things, guys. So think about it. We just saw NXTC, right? NXTC go on a massive rip, ran from $20 to $100. Then we saw CNST, go on another. Actually, surprisingly, CNST actually holding its gains, but we saw CNST go on a massive rip. Then we saw KRTX. So all these plays, went on massive rips and runs here, So you gotta think, shorts are starting to maybe learn their lesson a bit. They're like, whoa, let me be careful, ARAV, whoa, we just saw, 4 rips, massive rips, run 70, $80, some of them. ARAV, similar stats, low float, higher IO, phase, it wasn't a phase 2 or 3 on ARAV, but, still phase 1, still in that phase news craze that we're seeing. So you think shorts, they're going to learn their lesson. So, ARAV, definitely, probably less shorts, got involved in this one. So, from a short standpoint, definitely less shorts. I bet you, got involved with ARAV after learning their lesson. And then we did get, probably more FOMO, right? Think about it. We just had 3-4 rips. If, let's say you missed those 3, right? You're going to want to get on the next one. That's the mentality. Chase everything. FOMO market, a lot of emotions in this market, and that's what I was expecting. So early on, I was definitely, expecting this, this initial run to happen. I was especially, expecting this initial run to happen, but I didn't think it would sustain its gains. I was thinking that, demand would eventually peak out because, most of this volume was probably longs chasing, rather than shorts getting squeezed out. The biggest rips, the massive ones, the big time squeezers, or when there's a lot of shorts crowded. And I was, anticipating the, less shorts in ARAV, especially the borrows too. If you guys look at, the borrow situation on ARAV, it wasn't easy to borrow name. Center point, there were borrows, but after a while they were gone, and they were not cheap. They were not cheap borrows. The recent 4 runs we had were all easy to borrow. So you had like retail, like, well-known brokers like TD Ameritrade, E-Trade even have borrows on some of those names. So think about how many more shorts you could potentially have, to squeeze on out if the volume, was good enough. And we didn't have that here in ARAV. The borrows were scarce. There wasn't a lot of borrows. Even if there were, they were expensive. So maybe people are like, it's a little too expensive. I'm not gonna take it. Or people knowing, hey, the last, 4 rips. The last 4 supernovas were all in this price range with similar stats. I'm going to sit out. So eventually demand peaked and it came back on down. And, all longs who bought here $20 thinking it was going to 50 are now bagged. And it's just, coming on down, fading. And, I would be really surprised, if we see ARAV now, reclaim and come back on up. It's possible. Anything's possible. But, now it's looking less likely. It's just looking like it's going to fade on back down, giving back everything here on ARAV. And you can just see the heavy selling here, as we crack 20, heavy selling, and it's just, fading on down. You can see the tape, too. Look how heavy it looks. Look how heavy the tape looks. Excuse me. We were seeing this tape active. It was moving, big spreads, lots of orders going through. Look how heavy it looks now. Very heavy tape here, just fading. So, looking a little glim here for ARAV to, maybe reclaim and, move its way back on up. So that's kind of the deal with that one, Made my money on it. And keep it on watch. But, definitely, being very cautious on the long side on ARAV. Especially, as we crack, 20 and now it's coming on down here. All right, so ARAV, we'll react to that one. We'll see what it does at open. Definitely CGIX is probably my favorite play at the moment right now. I would say CGIX being my top watch right now. I am liking that one a little bit better at the moment. Let's see, what else do we have? Make sure I'm not missing anything. KRTX, gap down on light volume here. This one has been crazy the past 2 days. Yesterday I went on a nice little day 2 move. This morning the volume looks weaker on it, and it is coming on down here. But this is still one you want to be careful on. You're going to have big range. Could really do anything here on KRTX. So, definitely be cautious. You don't want to get caught on the wrong side on this one. You don't want to get caught going the wrong way, because it can end up bad for you, long or short. We could be seeing 160, 170. It's possible, or if you're long, you could be seeing back to 60, 70. So got to be cautious on this one. Make sure you're on the right side of momentum on this one. I think that's gonna be it for the watch. Maybe MYOV. MYOV was yesterday's play. With it did have a strong move in did have a pretty strong close. Nice recovery here off 10, and it did have a nice little move in after hours. And this morning it has gapped up a little bit. This one had really great news. I know some traders are really bullish on this one, even for like a longer term swing. I know Come to Life has some shares here. He's liking this one for a little bit of a long term swing. The news was great on it. High IO, great action, great price action yesterday for the most part. So we could be seeing some more continuation on MYOB today. So one to keep on watch. Maybe not a primary watch, but definitely a back burner watch for sure. On MYOV. Let's see here. We have any good areas of some support here. Look maybe towards this $13, $12.75 area. If we do get that weak open pullback, and this 1450 line definitely an area to definitely keep on watch too. If we could reclaim, you see we rejected here, rejected there. So 1450, little resistance there, on the pre-market and after hours. So you can watch for reclaiming that 1450 line. Definitely one to keep on the back burner, not a primary watch. And that's gonna be it for this pre-market analysis. Didn't even realize it's pretty late here, guys. Sorry, I went pretty late there. Wow, we were open right here, so I apologize, guys. Time caught up quickly there. So let me throw up the scanners. I do apologize. So let's get started. Let's get started for this day, guys. All right, CGIX, top watch right out of the gates here. ARAV, gonna keeping this one on the bottom, level 2. So just gonna throw up this level 2 for you guys. This thing should be picking up some mid caps too. I did update the scanner to pick up some mid cap stocks. ARAV on the bottom. We'll see what this one could do. Still being cautious on it. A lot of bags from that that dump there. All right. Casper, I was liking the tape. The tape was very strong on MYOV Casper, in my opinion. You have CGIX giving back here, so let's see how it looks around that 450 line. It is a line I do have mapped up at 450. So I do have a 450 line mapped up right there on CGIX. John, I wouldn't say a huge opening volume on it. I wouldn't say it was huge opening volume. So we did hold that 450 line. That was a line I do have mapped out there. MYOV pushing out of the gates, coming up to 14. Yeah, no, I don't like logging right out of the open, but I am watching CGIX here. I am keeping an eye on this one over on CGIX. ELTK also another low float name. This is another former runner on ELTK. Did report good earnings on ELTK. ARAV coming up to $15. Coming up to 15 there on ARAV. Just watching the CGIX tape. Want to watch the tape here. Just giving this one an eye. Excuse me, CGIX coming up to $5. Coming up to 5 here. Let's see if 5 could possibly reclaim here. So really nice off the 450 line. If anyone took that washout into 450, nice little bounce right there off support. So let's just see if CGS can consolidate for a little bit and then possibly make this, move on up. I would prefer that much better rather than, so soon, making this move. See some consolidation, holding this 450 line, maybe retesting and holding. And there's a little bit of a pull right there, a little bit of a pull. I wouldn't say it's done just yet for CGIX. Wouldn't say it's done just yet. I'd kind of see that last line, maybe that $4 line. I would like to see $4 hold. As that final, that last line of support. Sometimes you do see this. They pull that first support line, come back on down, come to the next, then boom, make that reclaim and move back on up. So let's see if that last line, that $4 line, can hold on CGIX. A little bit of a weaker open. I'm expecting a little bit more active volume on CGIX out of the open here. But still watching it, still keeping it on watch. Let's see how's MYOV looking. J-Rod, the stream is real time. The scanners are not delayed here. If you're wondering, the YouTube just has a 6 to 7 second delay, and that that's nothing I can do about that. That's everyone's stream is like that, so it's not even mine. That's just a thing YouTube has in place. FUV here hitting the scans a little bit. FUV here, 9 million of float, moving up here on a lighter volume. All right, FUV coming up to $3. MYOV, pretty nasty dump right there on MYOV. Straight down from 14 down to $13. Pretty nasty drop there on MYOV. So a lot of dumping out of dumping out of the gate so far, guys. A lot of dumping. We're seeing CGIX kind of pulling back here at open, MYOV dumping, KRTS coming on down. So right now, just sitting on my hands at the moment, just waiting for that best opportunity to present itself. I am up well in the day, but last thing I want to do, is give back. Obviously, with good risk management, and that won't happen. But just still overall, want to be smart, want to be safe, and take the best possible setup available. It doesn't matter if you're up 30,000 on the day. You don't want to get sloppy. You want to stay disciplined and still take good setups. Yes, me too, Steve. Just watching right now, not seeing anything really worth taking. I don't have borrows on KRTX. I don't have borrows on MYOV. So it's not like I could look for that, that day 2 short on those. What's it called? ARAV. A lot of bag holders on ARAV. I don't know if I want to chase it down this low, but I could see that continuing the fade on ARAV. And look at that, putting in a new low right there on ARAV. There's too many bags from this dump here. I just don't think it's going to have enough strength to really recover from that. Right now, it's looking like FUV is, has the momentum towards it right now. Still lighter in volume, but let's put this one on the bottom level too. I'm still keeping an eye on CGIX. The volume is pretty weak on it. Pretty weak out of the gates. Was expecting a little bit better volume, but still, 1 million in float stock. It still could move. So just keeping it on watch. Just keeping it on watch in CGIX. And KRTX coming up again. KRTX, guys. Watch KRTX right here, guys. Coming up again. Watching stock, which is easy to borrow right now. Slow volume. I'm not sure what stock you're referring to. Talking about ARAV. So FUV, guys. FUV right now on the bottom level 2. Moving on up. CGIX has yet to crack. Has yet to crack there on CGIX, but just not liking the tape on it. Not liking the tape, not liking the volume. So just can't get involved with it, guys. Even though I like it, even though I like it, I just can't get involved with it because it's just not, just not liking the tape and volume on it. Why am I gonna get involved with it? If it's not confirming to what I like to see. And there it is. There's the dump there on CGIX, 415. So coming on down on that one. Wow, I didn't even see FUV. FUV just hit 395. Wow. So nice little power here on FUV. Let's see. Yeah, is there a catalyst? Let me look. Let me see if there's a catalyst here on FUV. All right, so it's 8 million in float stock, 50% held by insiders. Not seeing any news on Yahoo Finance here. Not seeing any news here on E-Trade. So it doesn't look like we have a news catalyst here. Just moving on. Pure momentum right now. Just pure momentum right now. It's that kind of that market we're in. It's just just an overall pretty hot market, and we're seeing some traders, chase on up. Whatever's moving, whatever is the hot play of the day. Traders are just chasing it on up. So let's see here. FUV. And look at that CGIX giving back everything. CGIX really giving back everything here. Coming out to that last leg there at $4. Kind of that last line of support right there at 4. FUV makes it does sound like a familiar name. I think this one ran when Solo ran. I remember this. Solo. Let me see, when did Solo run? Solo ran huge. So it was the beginning of the year. That was, in February? Did FUV run in February? Yeah, FUV ran in February. Yeah, this is the name, car name. I remember it ran with Solo. I remember trading this one. Alright, so we do have some momentum here on FUV. Let's see, VVUS. A lot of light. Some of these names are a little bit lighter, like FUV, a little bit lighter in the volume here. A little bit lighter in the volume. The tape looks a little pumpish. Looks a little like chatroom pumpish, the tape here on FUV. So I'd be careful on this one, guys, on FUV. Be careful. On plays that I think are potential chat pumps, I don't touch right away. If anything, I like to play, the curl move. If anything, if I'm kind of like, maybe a chat pump, or it could be, some real volume. If anything, I'll sit out the initial move, and if it's truly strong, it'll base, it'll hold, it'll consolidate, and then it'll reclaim and go. Then I'll play it then. But usually this first initial move, I'll just sit out. Most of the time, if it is a chat pump, it'll just come crashing down. Let's see. Billionaire Sarjo CGX with the gap up short set up perfectly. The pre-market action was very strong. Billionaire. So when I see that extremely strong pre-market action, especially strong pre-market volume, I'm very cautious shorting it out of the open, especially if it's a lower float name, like it's a 1 million float, strong pre-market action. I'll usually avoid right out of the gates. I won't look for that, that morning pop to short into. Like SAEX, for example, to me was the perfect gap up short because SAEX had a really weak pre-market, right? Made a nice move, but the volume wasn't great at all, and then it got that morning pop to short into that weak volume open. But I definitely see what you're saying. CGIX had a really weak volume open, and this volume was pretty weak into the open, into the pops, as well as the tape was pretty weak too at the open. So I definitely see what you're saying, but this pre-market action was a little bit worrisome for me, so I wasn't really considering a short on CGIX. But I definitely see what you're saying there out of the open. Man, what happened to all that volume in pre-market, right, guys? What happened to all that volume in action in pre-market? A little bit of a slower open. Let's see, FUV, FUG trying to come back on up here. Alright, so CGIX, yeah, CGIX coming on up. Sometimes we do see this, it pulls that first line, comes back to the second line, but what I would want to see on CGIX, the conviction's not as strong to get in here. Not as strong. I'd want to see a strong break of 5, maybe put in some better volume bars. Strong break of 5, pull back base at 5, and I could look for a possible long for a push. I think that would be a better option, because definitely being a little bit cautious, because this is pretty weak so far, this open. But we did see this. We saw this on RKDA. You guys remember RKDA? RKDA had kind of the same little type of move here. RKDA had a really weak open. Broke the first line, came to the second line, and then put in like an 800k bar in the 1 minute, broke over the resistance, and then that one went supernova. Not saying that's gonna happen here in CGX, but just watching it for that similar type of pattern here. All right, so let's see, coming up to 5 here on CGIX, a nice little bounce off the $4 line. So let's see here, coming up to 5. Let's see if the volume starts to pick up a little bit. ARAV halted? ARAV halted? Is that it's kind of strange. I don't know. Is that a volatility halt? Not. A little bit strange halt. A little bit of a strange halt there in ARAV. I'm not sure if that was a volatility halt or not. So, we'll see what happens there in ARAV. FUV giving back. Yeah, FUV, guys. Looks like a little bit of a pump and dump right there. Probably a chat room hit it a few times. Let's see what's going on with ARAV here. Alright, so you guys saying, alright, it is a volatility halt. Gamer trying to scare everyone out, trying to scare everyone here, saying it's a news halt and offering. A little dirty right there, gamer. Alright, yeah, alright, it's a volatility halt. Yeah, it looks, didn't really seem that way just from a quick glance at it. But alright. At least it's a volatility halt. Alright, let's see here. CGIX. CGX, trying to hold here. Trying to hold this 450 line now on CGIX. So right now you could look for, play the 450 line here on CGX, or you could, kind of wait for that break of 5, pull back, start the base above 5 for, a possible long. But still being cautious on it because I haven't seen that price action and volume that I like to look for just yet. All right, so let's see coming up to 5 here. Let's see how it reacts around 5. It's a little weak, this push, a little weak. Let's see if we get over 5 though. Let's see. All right, yeah, there's 510. But just on weaker volume. Look at that push, guys. That push is on weaker volume, so be careful here. Good stuff here. Yeah, you guys see that right there? You know, just that volume, that break of 5. You know, you want to see, you know, some more volume coming in. Just didn't see that right there. Just didn't see that volume coming in at 5 that, you know, I kind of wanted to see. But it is still holding up here. Still holding up here. You know, you want to see a base above 450 if you guys, you know, are on the long side, looking for a long or in on the long. You want to see 450, you know, hold that support on any pullback here. What are you guys saying? DFFN moving on up, cheaper name. All right, so DFFN moving on up, cheaper name. So I'm not liking this, guys. Not liking this too much here on CGIX right now. You know, and I would need to see, you know, 450 consolidate for a little bit longer. See the volume pick up a little bit more. Nice, DFFN, nice little, nice action so far. This name's been really beat up. DFFN, really beat up name here. Really beat up chart here. Alright, CGIX coming back up to 5 here. Coming back up to 5. Let's see. ARAV is not easy to borrow. Guys, you know, let's see here. CGIX, you know, we want to see the bids get over 5. You know, it's just a lot of hesitation here. Not a lot of hesitation here, guys, on this tape. You know, on that $5 break, you know, a strong stock, you want to see 5's base. You know, you want to see the bids hold with strength, and you know we're coming up to 5, just looking a little bit weak here. I like how we're still holding, but just seeing a little bit of weakness here. All right, ARAV open, ARAV open. We are open here on ARAV. A little bit of a gap here on ARAV coming on up. KNSA, let's see, KNSA, 14 million in float stock. So CGIX, let's see. So 450 will be that line to play, guys. If you're like, I like CGIX, Nick, you know, I think it could go on a nice rip, low float. I would say 450 is that line to play off of here. 450 will be that line to play off of here on CGIX. Alright, and there we go. There's a push over 5 here on CGX. Here's that push over 5. Once again, you know, below 5. Right back below 5. Looks like it was just trapping longs right there, guys. Yeah. You guys got you kind of saw it in the tape, right, guys? You kind of saw that in the tape, right? You know, it was just never really strong. That level 2 of the tape was just not strong. Clearly, you know, someone here was just looking to trap some longs here. Yeah, that's why I didn't play it there on CGIX, you know. Just not, you know, just didn't see that strength on the tape. Look at that, huge selling right there, guys. Probably some dilution there. Probably, manipulator, he's trapping longs here and just dumping on them. Yeah, I didn't even have borrows either. I didn't have borrows on CGIX anyway. But I definitely saw, if you guys, I know someone was saying in chat they're looking for a short. So that would have been a nice little short there. At $5 mark, a lot of weakness there at 5. Would have been a nice little short, maybe playing, this, 525 mark, risking that level. But yeah, definitely, when you see that huge volume dump, you look at the red volume bars. You see the red volume bars are bigger than the green, just not a sign of strength. But all right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got. ARAV, unhalted, coming on down a little bit here. KNSA, another mid cap name, but later in the volume. Kind of similar statistics though to like some of these recent movers. Robbie, it's accumulation of things. I always say it, guys. Reading the tape's always like the hardest thing to do. I always say, go look back. The former runners, look at the tape, and look at yesterday's MOIV from the beginning of the day. Go look back, look at the RKDA stream, the SCS stream, and you could just see noticeably that how much look at the tape. The tape looks stronger. But things I look for, I look for refreshing orders on the bids, soaking on the bids. Just strong reclaiming on the bids. I look for the fast velocity of the tape. Just a whole accumulation of things I look for, and just wasn't seeing that on CGIX. I was seeing a lot of hesitation, a lot of stalling above 5. Wasn't seeing strength I like to look for. Let's see, SDC coming on up, KNSA. Nice, Jason. Sold ARAV at 14.58, average 12.37. Nice. J-Rod, refreshing is, when let's say is a bidder here at, I don't know, 450 is getting chewed away. 450 cracks and immediately, the order refreshes and it comes right back up to 450. Sometimes it doesn't have to crack. It could just be a big order getting chipped, and then he refreshes the order, showing that there's definitely some big players you're trying to hold it on up. Both, Drew. I look at the level 2. I look at the times and sales. So I'm looking at both. Looking at level 2, looking at times and sales. All right, let's see KNSA. Brian, I'm using E-Trade for the level 2 software. Using E-Trade. I'd love to look for another trade, guys. Would love to look for another trade. Just not seeing anything. I'm in love with at the moment. Not seeing anything in love with at the moment. Even though I'm up, $10,000 in the day, I'm still being disciplined. Still looking for a good setup. Yep. Trade ideas for level 2. AKBA running. AKBA running. Yep. AKBA, nice little move here. A little bit higher in the float that we like, but nice little mover so far. How's that other stock? You know, ID. What was it? IDSY. Shoot, what was the name? IDYA. Yeah, IDYA. This one did have some news on IDYA. Putting in a little bit of a bull flag there on the daily chart. You guys see we got the nice the pole. We get making this nice little flag here on IDYA. And we did have some positive news come out this morning. Lower in the float, kind of in this range that we've been seeing. You know, this $8 range. You know, coming up to 10. So IDYA just surprised. No volume here on this name. You know, if maybe volume could ever come in on IDYA, could look for a possible play. But right now it's just dead. Oh, did I say that? Did I say trade ideas for level 2? My bad. I mean, you guys know what I meant for scanners. Um, let's see. Yeah, J Rod. Maybe you joined late. I did make. No, I made ARAV. Had a long in pre-market. Got in around $15 here, and rode it up till 20 plus here on ARAV in pre-market. It's in the Discord chat. If you go into the Discord chat, I posted the P&L, the 10K P&L. It was a day trade. Yep. And if you guys haven't already, new viewers, feel free to join our Discord chat. Links down below in the description. Yeah, Dan Bruce, right? That's a nice flag, right? That's another reason I like IDYA a lot. They had positive news this morning. I saw it yesterday night. I saw the daily. I'm like, wow, it's a nice little flag right there. Hopefully some volume moves in the pre-market, and I could look for a trade on it, but just didn't get any sort of volume towards it. But if volume comes in, maybe you could possibly look for it. Cool. I saw some of you guys join the Discord chat. Awesome. Love to see it. Love to see it. Like I say, we have one of the best communities, day trading communities in there. We're having traders call out these plays. In the moment they come out. Dano called out ARAV once the news came out. 720s. We were all getting in early here, $15. Knowing the market sentiment. Knowing what's hot. And we were getting in early. We weren't sheep. We weren't chasers. We weren't buying at $20. We were buying at 14, 15. Selling at 20. Yesterday MYOV come to call that one out early, and we were all over that one. So we've been killing it lately over in the Discord chat. And sorry if I repeat myself. I know some of these things I said. It's just I know we get newer viewers come in. As the stream, goes on. So just want to, restate some things. Yeah, hopefully, Dan Bruce. Yeah, hopefully. I'm hoping to see it, hit the scanners maybe and pick up some volume. That'd be nice. Let's see. CLVS finally giving back. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while. CLVS been that one's been fighting for a long time, CLVS. But still, I wouldn't say it's, giving back. Maybe today it's just having a little bit of a red day, but overall it's still really strong. I swung this one around, I swung this at like $5 on no, it might even lower. I might have swung this at like 4. Wow, look at this CGIX, guys. CGIX coming on up here. CGIX sneaking up on us. So let's see. Let's see if 5 could actually base. Last time it looked really weak. It got over 5. So watching it closely here, I want to see if 5 could base. Or just going to go without us. Looks like it's squeezing into the circuit breaker hole on CGIX right here. Pulling a little RKDA. Wow. So it looks like we didn't even get that pullback. We didn't even get that pullback on CGIX. Wow, congrats. Anyone got in CGIX right there? Yeah, the Dreambox. There we go. It is a short trap right there. 100%. Looked extremely weak there. Sold off on hard volume. A big stuff move right there. Came down. Definitely a lot of shorts got trapped in this. I could definitely tell you that. A lot of shorts definitely got trapped in this one. 100%. Just wish it gave some pullback there, because I saw this was a nice candle here. This was this nice, bullish candle right here. Would have liked to have seen the pullback to 5. Probably would have looked for it, to be honest. It just didn't give us that pullback. They squeezed it into the halt. Really nice there on CGIX. Nice little short trap right there. All right, so Sean, you're into the halt. That's not. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad thing. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a gap up here. I'm pretty sure a lot of shorts are nervous now on CGIX. I'm sure a lot of shorts are gonna be sweating here on CGIX. Wow, come to 4K shares at 425. He's killing it. That guy kills it every single day. All right, so CGIX here, really nice trap, here. Let's see where this thing unhalts. We'll see if we get any sort of pullback on CGIX. But if I had to guess, I would say this is gonna see like 570s, 580s. H8 music, I can't even blame you, dude. Like, just a little unfortunate. This thing looked definitely weak, looked really weak, but sometimes that's, what the manipulator wants you to think. They want to make it look weak and then squeeze it on you. See this happen time and time again. Really the only opportunity to get in, like, where I could have seen, maybe this higher low right here. So I definitely understand. Just, you got stopped out there. But I would say, if anyone got in over 5 here, I definitely saw the reasoning for entering here at 5. This was a real break over 5. Not like this. This was like a shitty break. This was just a shitty little break right there. But this was a real volume candle. A nice bar right there. Coming in here, breaking above 5. Just didn't get any pullback. Just didn't give any pullback. It did right there, but it was so quick, man. It was so damn quick. I was watching it. You had the orders going, but just was just too quick for me. Jason, this is no delay on the scanners. This is all real time. Like I said before, YouTube, has a 7-second delay, and that's for everyone's live stream. Yeah, Dreambox, I know, but I'm referring to like the baseline volume. Overall, the volume on the day was decent, but I like to look at the baseline volume as well. So I'm watching this on resumption here on CGIX, watching it on resumption. Want to see if you get any sort of pullback, but if I had to take a guess, I would say it's going to see like 570s, 580s. So what time did we get halted here? 10:04. All right, so we could be seeing this thing open up in the next, minute here, if it's a 5-minute halt. Let's see. All right, guys, we could be opening up in a few seconds here, so let's keep our eyes on CGIX. We're watching it on pullbacks if we get a pullback. All right, we are open here, CGIX. There's 570s here on CGIX, coming up to 6. Wow, CGIX really going here, guys. Really going here on CGIX. So nice move here on CGIX. Right out of the halt. You guys can see, look at the change in the tape. Look at the level 2, much more active now. Much more active now, the tape. Putting in some really good volume here. You guys can see now. 500K, in the 1 minute right there. So you can see the change in volume, the change in the tape, compared to what we were seeing, before on CGIX. So really nice job if anyone got in here. And remember, guys, don't follow alerts. Don't follow me. Trade your own setups. Be your own trader. And just because I'm not taking a trade just doesn't mean you can't take your own trades. I know some people like to follow my trades, but I tell you guys every single day, that's not what I want you guys to do. Be self-sufficient and look for your own setups. But right now in CGX, could be looking for maybe a washout. Maybe if you get pull back down to the low 5s, I could look for a possible washout entry. But right now it's trying to hold above 6, right here on CGIX. I definitely think a lot of shorts are definitely getting nervous here. So let's see if you get this possible pullback here. Back down to this $5 area, this 490 area. Wow, come to life, 8K profit on CGIX. Man, I love to see it, guys. I love to see it. Even if I don't even trade CGX, I could care less. I had a fantastic day myself, home run day for myself. I just love seeing it. Yeah, I could have been more aggressive, got it in at 5 and rode it up, but I don't even care, guys. Just great day for me. I'm happy to see everyone profit. I love to see it. Bullet Train Trader, all out at 6 for 2K for the morning. Thanks, Nick. Awesome job, Bullet Train Trader. That is great, dude. So happy for you. Jason up 300 on a small account. That's fantastic, guys. This is account changing stuff, right? This is account changing stuff. This is the market where you can really grow a small account. We're seeing 2, 3, 400% rippers each and every day. This is a fantastic market we're in right now. And this is, where you guys want to take advantage of it, because eventually, the slow times will come. You guys remember 2 months ago, September and August, we were complaining how slow it was. And then October got hot. We saw SES, we saw our BMII, we saw our BNGO. Now look at November, guys. We're seeing KRTX $20 to 100, CGIX $2 to $6, NXTC $10 to $100. So we're seeing opportunity every single day in this market. So this is the market you guys want to be in. This is where you want to look to trade. So I love to see all the profits. Yeah, come to life. I agree. Protect the profits. 8K for yourself. Congrats, dude. That is fantastic. No reason to be a hero. In the past, I used to be up big, and I would just go, I would just go ham. I would just, start taking trade after trade after trade just to build up my cushion, build up the profits. But most of the time, that's it's not smart to do. Not a smart strategy to to do. To protect your gains. Just like I said, nothing more I could say. Just protect the gains and just be safe, be smart. All right. Let's see. Out of CGIX 625, nice. Yeah, guys. If you guys are enjoying the stream, you guys are enjoying the Velocity streams, drop a thumbs up. And if you guys don't mind, you're giving me a shout out on Twitter. If you guys had a good experience, with the Velocity trading community, or you guys are enjoying the live streams, feel free to shoot me a shout out on Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna post that link over here in the Discord chat. And in the live stream. So guys, go shoot me a follow if you guys don't mind. Alright, so let's see. CGIX, yeah. CGIX, nice recovery here. Nice short trap. Nice little break over 5. Now holding above 6 now. So let's see how much higher we could go. We have pre-market highs at 680. Pre-market highs are at 680. Yep, Roland, I do have an Instagram. But it's like shared. It's like a joint Instagram. It's like me and Alex. So Alex, he's a little bit more active than me. He's a little bit bigger on social media. So it's mostly him, but I still have access to it. It's velocity_trading on Instagram. So if you guys don't mind shooting us a follow on Instagram or Twitter. Yeah, look at this, guys. Yep, good point there. CGIX, you guys can see, float rotation in effect here. We've rotated the float 5 times. That's why I have the scanner here, guys. These are the stocks you want to be trading. You want to be trading stocks that are in float rotation, that are turning the float over and over again. Like I said in pre-market, and these stocks that are rotating the float, these turn out to be the biggest runners. So this is where you want to be if you're if you're a long bias trader. Yeah, Dan Bruce, I'm gonna be sending you selfies all day, man. On this fine. right, let's see. All right, CGIX $6. Definitely not a buying area up here, guys. Definitely not a buying area up here at $6. Like I said, I would say the best area would be waiting for a pullback. $5, 5.50. That'd be a much more better area to look to scale in. It's more of a scale out area. Let's see. Sure. Not really sure how to pronounce your name. Sure. Warren 27X. What were my trades for the day? If you're listening to the live stream, I posted it in the daily trade report. My trades for the day. I'll just pull it over real quick in case you want to see it here. So I was getting in ARAV $15 area, selling 20. I was selling 20 plus. So I got in 15s, was selling 20 plus. My highest exit was like 25, so I made $10 per share on my highest exit. Let's see. ARAV halted. All right, ARAV to the downside. Okay, ARAV halted to the downside. Meatster, thanks, man. Appreciate that, dude. Let's see, man. I hope the season's hot. Yeah, dude. It's been nuts. Yeah, it's been hot. Oh yeah. I hope this continues. Usually, historically, December and January have been my best performing months. November too. November, December, January in the past for me have been really great months for me. I usually make most of my money in the winter and fall times. Usually slower in the spring and summer. So hopefully this continues over to next month. Yeah, let's go. CGX, new high day right there. 650s. Love it. Let's see. CGX run the $10. Let's see it. Wow, look at this. Happy Trader in Discord chat just made over $10,000. So, all right, Happy Trader, welcome to the 10K club. Happy Trader making 10K in Discord chat. Wow. Oh, excuse me. I do apologize, guys. That was come to. I do apologize. That was come to. I thought Happy Trader said he did. All right, CGIX, guys. CGIX just broke pre-market highs. Just got over pre-market highs there on CGIX. So, $6.99 right there. Let's see if we get over $7. ARAV still holding on the downside. Phoenix, hey Nick, it's been asked before, but I'm new. What are your triggers, screeners for your new picks? It's kind of a lot to explain. I would say watch my video, the trading process, the day trading process, for my process on how I prepare for the day and how I what goes behind the scenes of my daily process. So I would say you could watch that video. And also, for screeners, really what you're seeing in front of you. Trade ideas is, my eyes and ears of the market. Without this, I'd probably be lost. To be honest, this is a necessity for me to trade. I can't trade without it. All my plays comes from this blast off momentum scanner, the penny stock top gainers and losers. I look at my pre-market gapper scanner. This is where I find all my plays. This is where I do my screening. I also do some screening in Finviz. So if you go on finviz.com, let me just pull that up real quick. I'll just show you. This is a really good screener too on Finviz. There is a way you could get the gappers here on Finviz. So definitely check that out on Finviz. It's free. But yeah, this is where most of my screening comes from. You got it, Ken Jones. Appreciate it. Phoenix, appreciate the support as well. And feel free to ask questions, guys. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Because right now I'm not really looking for any trades right at the moment. So when I'm not looking for any trades, I don't mind to answer some questions. Let's see, gamer. Give us the link to your parameters on Finviz. I don't really, I don't really, do anything crazy, to be honest. I don't really have any parameters for Finviz. What I really do on Finviz. A lot of the times I'll look on it. Let's say I don't know, CGIX is running, right, and I kind of look at what the company is. It's a pharmaceutical here. So on CGIX, I'll look, and I'll filter the industry to. I don't want to hit you guys with an ad either. Yeah, so I gotta somehow fix that because I keep getting hit with those ads. I gotta get the ad blocker. But I don't really do anything special. If anything, I'll look at sympathy plays. I'll look at the lowest float. Pharmaceuticals or I'll look at let's say I don't know, FUV's running a car name. And look at sympathy car names, look at the lowest floats. I'll also look for maybe oversold plays for balance plays. Maybe I want to look for stocks that are overbought. I'll do 70 on the RSI. Stocks that are overbought, looking for maybe a parabolic short. So just stuff like that. I'm not really doing anything complex. It's not like the trade idea scanners where I custom made this float rotation scanner and went edit it. Same with the high day momentum scanner. Like these are stuff that I put a lot of work in, put a lot of parameters in to really designing. Yeah, you got it. All right, so if you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer some questions. Just watching CGIX go parabolic here. It's good to see a penny stock, right? It's good to see a penny stock. Make this move. Obviously, I don't mind. Trading mid caps, but it's nice to see a penny stock because this is where I'm more comfortable. This is where I make majority of my money. Trading small caps, and this is where I excel at. So I'm happy to see CGIX make this move. Because lately we've been seeing, ARAV, KRTX, seeing a lot of mid caps. So it's nice to see a small cap make a nice move here. So hopefully this transitions over until tomorrow and into next week. Lavinia, my goodness, Lavinia, you have been on fire too. Making $438 on CGIX. Congrats, you enjoy the profits once again. You've been on a nice little green streak. Let's see. How'd you make your custom trade scanner? Oh man, dude. I mean, I couldn't really explain that on the stream. I mean, it's it take forever, man. It's just so, it's not something I could explain in like a few minutes. I mean, I would have to go through every single one. Look how many strategies are here. I mean, I have to go through every single one. It would just take too long, dude. Sorry. I mean, I like to answer most of your questions, but I mean, I really can't. That's one that it would take forever. All right, Ken Jones. Appreciate the sub, dude. I may do a recap today, guys. May do a recap. I haven't done one in a while. May do a recap today. So, uh, expect expect maybe a video today, guys. May put out one today. I think it's some good points. I need to making it. I can make some good points in some videos, especially in this market. Yeah. Yeah. I could. Maybe I could give away one. I mean, I can't. I don't want to give away. I don't want to give away my blast off momentum. This is a really nice scanner here. Put a lot of effort into this one. Maybe I could give away like the low float scanner if you guys want this one. Yeah, I could just share that in Discord. I'll just share that in Discord. So I mean, I'll just post a. If you guys have trade ideas, I'll give you guys a free scanner. Feeling generous today. Made it 10K, so you might as well give away one free scanner. So I'll give you guys a low float scanner. Catch some nice low float stocks for you. Exactly, Ricky. Exactly. You know, that's a great point, Ricky. I mean, like I said, guys, everyone trades differently. I mean, Gobi may trade differently from me. Ricky may trade differently from me. Dreambox may trade differently from me. My scanners may not suit you. I mean, I've been given free scanners, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I mean, that's not how I trade. I like trading momentum. I like trading price action and volume. I like trading low floats. That's why I have a low float scanner here to pick up low float stocks for me. That's why I have a blast off momentum scanner to pick up, stocks on high volume. Look at the CGIX new highs right there. Picking up stocks on high volume with relatively low floats. High day momentum scanner picking up every stock hitting a high day. This one's picking up. This scanner will pick up the early plays, guys. This is gonna hit a high a day. So every time a penny stock hits a high a day, it's gonna pick up, and you'll see one count. So look how many times CGX hit a high a day. 101 times. So this is a good scanner here. It's picking up the high a day, and obviously we have the float rotation scanner, showing us which stocks in float rotation. Each of the stocks we want to be trading. Yes, that's that's a great point, Dreambox. Great point. Yeah, guys, the scanners are in the Discord chat. Everyone's calling it out early. So, I mean, I couldn't have. I mean, I couldn't have made 10K today. If what's his name, Dano didn't post that early link. If Dano didn't post that at 7:20, I may have not made 10K today. So big shout out to Dano, for calling that out early. I mean, that's better than any scanner we have, guys. It's teamwork right there. I mean, it's better than any scanner we have. Wow, CGIX, big dump here, big dump. Yeah, Lavinia. You could just DM me. But Lavinia, you're gonna have to have trade ideas. So, uh, I don't know if you could get that, Lavinia, unless you have trade ideas. We could talk about that if you want to chat about it in Discord. Yeah, TJX, a little bit of a dump right there, right down the view up. Yeah, the trade ideas. If you guys are getting if you want the premium version, it's like 220. Uh, but if you want like the basic version, yeah, it is. I think it's like 118. Yeah, 120. How do you buy a stock in pre-market? You're gonna have to call your broker, make sure you have extended hours placed in. So you're gonna have to have extended hours in, and you're gonna have to use like Arca. So you have to use Arca, or it depends. You could use. I know most of the exchanges you can. I know Arca does have 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that's how you're gonna buy in the pre-market. All right, let's see. Let's see. Do you only trade on the 1 minute chart? No, I use the 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute time frame. So, I'll be looking at the 5 minute, but majority of the time I am on the 1 minute. Oh, J Rod, you got it before that massive dump. All right. All right, just taking a little bit of a breather right there. Let's see, WWR, former runner. Let's see, CGIX pullback. ARAV still giving back its gains. CLRB like volume. FUV pump and dump. Nice short if anyone took that on FUV. That was a chat pump gone wrong on FUV. Oh, and also, guys, I've been getting a lot more of DMs lately. Just velocity is growing. Getting a lot more views on my live stream. So if I haven't responded maybe to a DM recently, I do apologize about that. I'm just getting to all the DMs. So I do apologize, but I will respond. Don't worry, I didn't forget about any of you guys. Maybe if like a week went by and I didn't respond, just maybe re-message me and be like, "Hey Nick, I think you may have forgotten my message." So I just want to throw that out there. Let's see. Yeah, Rel. So how did I start my career in trading? Funny story. I told you guys about it. I mean, especially if you guys been here for a while, but I'll go over it again. Senior year in high school. I was in math class with my friend Alex. We knew of each other, but we weren't really like close friends. It's now we're like best of friends, but like we knew of each other. Like went to the same school. He sat next to me in math, and for like 3 straight months, right? Like he went to the bathroom every day at 9:30 for every single day. And then after a while, after like a few months, I'm like, dude, Alex, like, why do you go to the bathroom every single day at 9:30? Like, I mean, every single day at 9:30, you go to the bathroom. And he's like, oh, funny you mentioned that, Nick. I'm actually, I'm a day trader. The market opens at 9:30, so I go there, the opening bell, to check on my positions and see what's going on. And then from there, I was hooked. I knew of day trading beforehand. Like, I followed Tim Sykes on Twitter, and I knew of it beforehand, but just, I don't know, never had the courage to really get into it. I didn't have much money at the time either, and Alex would just tell me about it every day in class, and then eventually, I opened up an account, and then I opened up a paper trading account, and it just took off from there. That was how it all started. Alex got me into it, got me hooked, and I opened up an account. Shortly after speaking to him for a few months. I mean, not a few months, a few weeks. Yeah, I know. I told that story so many times, guys. I know, but yeah, some new view. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, I really should make a video. Like, I know I do get like repeated a lot of the questions, but I understand. I have new viewers. Each and every day. So, Preston, this has been one of your best weeks ever. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, this is now my what am I lost count. Oh, it's in the title. Yeah, this is my 10th Green Day in a row. My 10th Green Day in a row. So I've been on a really nice groove lately. Just been trading really well. Oh, does Alex have a? Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, he probably does have a video on it. Yeah, it is a great story. Yeah, Alex actually had another good story too. I think he has it. I mean, it was like a few months ago. Alex, he wasn't doing anything crazy. I think he got pulled over. I think something. It might have been his tints, or he was speeding a little bit. I don't know if it was speeding. Maybe it was his tints because he has like tinted windows on his car, and he got pulled over by the cop, and the cop was like, "Your voice sounds familiar. Your voice sounds familiar." He's like, "Are you a day trader?" And he's like, "Yeah, my name's Alex. I live stream on Velocity Trading." And the cop watched the live streams, right? And he got out of the ticket. It was the craziest thing. Man, what a small world, right? The cop that pulled over Alex was watching our live streams. How crazy is that, right? I think Alex has a full video on it too. If you guys want to go watch it, I thought that was the craziest thing. Right? Yeah, small world. It's crazy. All right, Preston. Take care, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Real, how long did it take before you could live off the money you've been trading? It took me like a year and like a year and a half to become consistent. But I would say definitely, for new traders, definitely paper trade. That was the best thing I did at first. Alex had me paper trade. I didn't listen at first. I didn't listen to him, and I feel like a lot of traders do that. They just want to get rich quick, right? And they're like, screw paper trading. I'm just trading real money. That's how I was. Uh, and at first I blew up my first small account, and after that, I paper traded for a little bit, and then I reopened my account, and then took off from there. So definitely paper trade, guys. Before you really get started. And I also would say, I would say at least have 2 years of, consistency, even 3 years. I see a lot of people like quitting their full time jobs to go trading. I think it's good to have another income besides trading too. So it takes a lot of stress off you too. If you're just trading to pay the bills, it's not smart. It's probably not going to end up too well. Definitely have another job. Have some income going. And I would say maybe if you guys are really doing well, like 2-3 years in, and you've been consistent for 2 or 3 years, then I would say maybe go full, maybe quit that job, you know, and just be a trader full time. But I would say at least 2 years before like you consider like quitting your job, because I see a lot of people just quitting their job right away. I would say really give it, guys, like a year, at least 2 years before you're quitting, like quit your job. Good observation, Lavinia. Yeah, he is. My dog is behaving well today. Yeah, right, Ricky. It's crazy how the cop recognized Alex's voice, right? I mean, Alex does have a loud voice. If you guys listen to Alex, he has a great commentating voice. Alex, like, if Alex wasn't, a day trader, I feel like he'd be doing something in commentary, like something in commentary. That guy he has a good commentating voice, Alex. And that guy, he could talk forever, Alex. Like me, like eventually I'd run out of things to say, but like Alex, he could talk for like hours. That guy, hours. All right, yeah, I'm gonna end it in the next 5 minutes, guys. Getting pretty off topic here. I mean, I had enough for the day. A home run day for me. I'm just gonna go enjoy the rest of my day. I'll definitely be observing the market, watching CGIX, but I'm definitely gonna be calling it a day after the live stream. Let's see. So I'll take like 5 more minutes of last questions. J Rod, how many years since high school have you been doing it under your belt? Heading on to my fourth year now. J Rod. Yeah, Dan Bruce. I would definitely recommend, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're tracking your trades. Or using a software that tracks your trades. Like I use TraderView, so each time I take a trade, it automatically transfers to my TraderView, and I tag all my trades. So today, for example, ARAV was my pre-market long setup. So at the end of the day, I go on my trader view and I tag that trade, pre-market long, and updates my percentile on that strategy, and it goes from there. It's nice. Before that I was just doing it manually, but trader view really automates how you track your trades. It's a great software. I mean, if you guys don't have the money, I mean, you can just do it the old-fashioned way, spreadsheets and track them and journal that way. But I like using TraderView if you guys have the money. No, Sterling TraderView, they do have a free version, but on the free version you can only journal. It's gonna be, I think, like 40 a month or 50 a month. I'm not sure how much it is. I think it's like 40 or 50. Let's see, Elon. What would you say your top three tips to becoming a successful trader? Ooh, that's a good question. All right, I would say number one. Elint. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'm very sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Uh, I would say surround yourself with people that are better than you. So surrounding yourself with successful traders, I would say, is very crucial to your success. So by you being in our Discord chat, surrounding yourself with myself, Ricky, Come to Life, AC, Ames, all experienced traders who've been in the market for so long, and learning from a mentor is invaluable. It's so important to surround yourself with people that are better than you, uh, and maybe even looking for a mentor. I do one-on-one mentoring. If anyone's interested, I do one-on-one mentoring. If anyone's interested, that would be tip number one. Surround yourself with people that are better than you, and find a mentor if you guys haven't already. Uh, Two, I would say. Two, I would say. And there's so many. And there's so many like different things, but like to grade like a top three is difficult. And I would probably say really we just went over it. I would really say it's so important, guys, to track your performance and track your trades. Like I feel like so many people overlook that. I don't see anyone, really tracking their trades and journaling their performance. It's like you're an athlete. Athletes watch tape. They study how they're performing, right? If you're not doing that, I mean, it's gonna, not lead to consistency. So I would say number two, like really tracking your trades and journaling your performance every single day. Uh, that's a big thing. And then, number three, I would just say, maybe accumulation thing. I would say stay disciplined. Definitely stay disciplined. Very crucial. Be patient. Wait for your setups. And three, I would just say definitely, make sure you're in a simulator. Make sure you're paper trading, and have at least I would say 4 or 5 months of consistency on the paper in a simulator before you jump to real. But I mean, yeah, those are just a few things. But I could go on and on for ever just going over tips. But man, I'm exhausted, guys. I'm gonna give it another minute. I'm getting exhausted over here. Yeah, JJ, don't be greedy. Have patience. Yep, come to life's right. You take notes. Uh, Active Trader allows you to track your trades. All right, cool. Yeah, so you guys have like what is that Fidelity come to? If you guys have Fidelity, that allows you to track your trades. Awesome, yeah. But I'm probably gonna wrap it up in the next like 30 seconds, guys. So last few questions here. I'm getting tired over here, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Rel, if you're interested in the one-on-one mentoring, DM me. Let's talk about it in Discord. Jason, I don't know any free ones that allows you to track your trades. You could just do it manually. You're gonna have to put in some extra work if you guys want to be a successful trader. You have to put in the extra work, put in the extra time. Let's see. Last three questions I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna get off. All right, so I'm gonna take Chris's question. Uh, so I'm gonna take Chris's question. If I don't see any, I'm gonna end it here. Chris, Nick, are most of your winners in pre-market? Uh, I wouldn't say most of my winners are in pre-market. I will say this. My biggest winners in the market has come from pre-market. So I have some really big winners in the pre-market, especially longing pre-market, especially on some of these lower floats with good catalyst. I have some massive wins. For example today. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna end it here. It is almost 11 o'clock, and I'm getting pretty tired. So Hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. Smash that thumbs up button if you guys did. Uh, what a fantastic day. What more could I say? I may be doing a video today. I think I may. So stay tuned for that. And we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, is another hot day. We have some more opportunities. And we could all look to make some more money tomorrow. Make sure you guys are up early in Discord. We're playing these stocks early, 7 a.m. Eastern time. All of us are up early there in Discord chat. Uh, me, Come to Life, Dano, Bull, all of us over in Discord chat early in the morning. So make sure you guys are up bright and early. And I'll see you guys all again tomorrow. Hope everyone enjoyed. Peace.